Every major religion has a figure who took it from its founding vision into a global reality. And for Scientology, that's David Miscavige. And I'm going to show you some of the things that he has built. To find out the truth about David Miscavige, why don't we just go to the source? And the source is going to be davidmiscavige.org. You're going to learn all about him directly from the source. Now, the first thing to know is Mr. Miscavige's relationship with L. Ron Hubbard directly. So, and you can read it all on this site. So he was born in 1960, and at 12 years old, he was a prodigy. He was creating incredible effects at what was L. Ron Hubbard's home, St. Hill, which you can see in this picture. And it was in that setting that he really started to turn heads, and he joined an elite class of Scientologists called the C organization at the age of 16. And soon L. Ron Hubbard started recognizing the then 17-year-old's abilities. So he made him director of photography for some of the Scientology training films at that time. And as time passed, L. Ron Hubbard went off to do more research. So he actually didn't really run the church for a time. But L. Ron Hubbard was in constant communication with Mr. Miscavige. So what happened is, in the 80s, when he was not managing the church, it almost fell into hostile hands. There was a group, it was called the Guardian's Office, and but it all came out the right way. And Mr. Hubbard said, well, why? Because real Scientologists made sure it did. And when he said real Scientologists, he was actually talking about Mr. Miscavige. So, as time went forward, L. Ron Hubbard created some projects which would move the religion into forever, so that all of the technology would remain pure and to its source. And so Mr. Hubbard appointed David Miscavige as the chairman of that organization and charged with overseeing and handling not only the restoration, but the preservation and the authentication of all source materials, and there are a lot of them. In 1982, Mr. Hubbard gave David Miscavige the Star of Trust, and he wrote on this pin that it was inspired by the idea that a person with that pin and with that card could put a situation straight and would be believed over and above others pretending to so act. And when he presented the Star of Trust to Mr. Miscavige, L. Ron Hubbard noted, "Trust and friendship are things forged in fire and pounded out in the anvil of life. We have been through a lot together. I trust you as you trust me." And L. Ron Hubbard dropped the body in 1986, and it was Mr. Miscavige who steered Scientology through many challenging times. There's a lot to tell you about that, and it's all on this website, but I'm going to tell you about some of the stuff that I saw for myself. He pushed the restoration of the technology. There was an event in, let me see, I think it was 2008, actually 2009, where all Dianetics and Scientology materials were finished for the first time and in their exact original state, because people had gone in and tried to change the materials and make them say something else. And it was a huge project. I'm going to show you some pictures. Let me see, I think this is him going through all of the materials, and there are a lot of them. Mr. Hubbard was extremely prolific. He was known for creating so much materials to help guide his parishioners, and to make sure that they're authentic was a giant warehouse, which you can see here, that he went through to make sure that everything was as pure as possible. And then we got something called the golden age of knowledge. And I was actually at this event, and when I saw it, I thought to myself, wow, that David Miscavige finished this project. He ran it and finished it. That's incredible. That's like the achievements of a whole life right there. If he did nothing more, that would have been incredible. But he went on further to recover the foundations of the Scientology religion. So we have the basic books. That was released in 2007. I remember being at this event, and every word and line in every L. Ron Hubbard work was researched, verified, and corrected to make sure that it was absolutely pure and exactly what he said. And then there was another series of lectures, and these are the advanced clinical courses. And again, I was at this event, and because he did what he did, I was able to study all of this. And it gave insights into life and people and beingness and communication and all the elements of life that you won't see anywhere else. And it was because it was put into a chronological order and because he made it go right. Over here on videos, you can meet all the people that have met him. Now, I have met him myself, but it was very brief. It was kind of a congratulatory thing. But I could sense in him the actual genuosity. That is to say, he was truly thankful to see me, to see a lot of other people, and what I had done. And if you go through this, you're going to start learning a little bit more and more about his character. You're going to find out that he has quite a good sense of humor. He's actually hilarious. And he's a leader, and he can get things done, and people follow him. And he's been at the head of our church for 40 years, and we've seen expansion from what was really just a handful of churches to being in over 190 countries. And yeah, so here's just some pictures of his accomplishments, different organizations that were started. There was even the Free Winds, a lot of the organizations today, Amsterdam. I mean, the list of accomplishments goes on and on and on. I was here for this reopening in Clearwater, and he is really truly an incredible being. We're very thankful among Scientologists. We love him very, very much. When he takes the stage, we usually clap for extended periods of time. This was just this month. We have another landmark where we are going to be building the L. Ron Hubbard Hall. We had a groundbreaking, and the list of wins just goes on and on and on and on. If you click here on accomplishments, you know, it's quite extensive. There's even a subsection here. And yeah, so without him, I don't know where we would be. He is truly a great man. And just like any great movement and anything that really matters, sometimes there is pushback. But that's why we just keep forging ahead. Anything worthwhile in life has to be fought for, despite any and all odds. And he certainly does a great job of it. Alright, thanks for watching this video to the end. Give a share and get the true data about David Miscavige out there. A true leader. And we are very thankful to have him. Thanks for watching to the end, and leave a like, subscribe, and share.